Colin Sexton's in this gap right here, all right? He gets Kawhi Leonard's dribble picked up. Now, John Collins and Walker Kessler. John Collins has Zubac. Walker Kessler has Terrence Mann. Fine. Why are the Jazz switching here out of nowhere? What was that? This is garbage. This is Will Hardy being terrible. He should not be in basketball. Look at how trash this ball screen defense is. Walker Kessler can get up. We're going to push James Harden towards the sidelines. Now I can have backside help because, again, we push Harden towards the sidelines. There's backside help right on Zubac's roll. You run drop coverage right here, and you're just giving up a 2-on-1. This is complete. This is garbage. Now everyone's scrambling. If I'm Jordan Clarkson, I'm going to double to get this dribble picked up. So I'm coming all the way over there. Once that dribble gets picked up, then I'm immediately rotating to the weak side of the floor. Kessler's rotated to my man right there. All right? But Jordan Clarkson goes to double here. The dribble's not picked up. So you accomplish nothing, and Fontecchio's now on an island. So Keontae George comes all the way up to help here off of Russell Westbrook right here on the Kawhi Leonard. All right? So if I'm Kelly Olynyk, Keontae George is in that gap. So I do not need to be in the paint. Get attached to Kobe Brown right here. This is an X-out situation. When this ball gets swung to the corner right here, okay, Kelly Olynyk is going to rotate, and Keontae George is going to go on to Kobe Brown. But Kelly Olynyk is standing in the paint for no reason. The help's already there. See, you got to come to the corner now, especially when Kobe Brown sets this flare screen. Off this turnover right here, if you're Jordan Clarkson, just get back. Please give us that extra number on defense. You go towards the ball. This is gambling now, okay? So you go towards the ball for no reason and take yourself out of the play. And now the Clippers have numbers. What is this defense? Could John Collins please get up and ready to guard Kawhi Leonard? Could Kelly Olynyk please get up and guard Kobe Brown? Like you're in help, but you're up, you're ready to guard. What are John Collins and Kelly Olynyk doing? So Kawhi Leonard comes off of a down screen here. I mean, Kelly Olynyk should either be up and switching or up and showing so John Collins can go over the top. But I mean, John Collins isn't even ready to go over the top. He's going up the gut. Kelly Olynyk's nowhere to be found on us. That was just atrocious. Talen Horton-Tucker and help here. You got to get up, all right? Up the line. I'm going to be able to stunt and recover, but my dribble's going to get picked up outside the paint. See, look at Talen Horton-Tucker. Like you're helping here, but Norman Powell's in the paint already. So it's too late. Talen Horton-Tucker away from the ball here. First of all, my back's got to be to the sideline, right? So I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. And my feet have to be set in a defensive stance, so I'm ready to rotate out. Look at Talen Horton-Tucker. First of all, you're just staring at the ball, and your feet aren't set. So this ball's in midair, you haven't moved. So Kobe Brown, this is an easy pump fake and go drive. Is just so frustrating. Why is Ochai Agbaji not getting to the three-point line? You have no one to guard. So let's help right away. See, look at this right here. Why is Ochai Agbaji still at the three-point line? Get down. Paul George isn't even in the picture. So I'm going to be able to help. I'm going to get that dribble picked up right at the three. Look at this. You're helping. He's going into the paint already. Why were you not? Jazz are in a zone here. So Talen Horton-Tucker's got the ball. Ochai Agbaji can't be fronting Zubac at the three-point line. Get underneath. If Zubac's going to set a screen, it's going to be on Talen Horton-Tucker, and you're just simply going to switch on to James Harden. Then everybody else in the zone can stay home in their assignments. But instead, you're fronting Zubac. Why? So now he's screening two Jazz players right now. That screws up everything else in the zone, and now Norman Powell's open. It is special. It really is special to look at how awful this ball screen defense is. It is mind-numbing. Will Hardy is awful. Kessler can easily get up, and you're pushing James Harden to half court. I have backside help standing and waiting right there with Colin Sexton. Standing, but I got to keep James Harden out of the paint. Look at this ball screen defense. Just look at this. Does this look well coached to you? That's what Walker Kessler has to deal with. A 2-on-1. I mean, it's who wants to score? Transition, you can't just get back to random spots on the floor. If you're John Collins, I got to get to a body. That's James Harden. Okay? Like, look at John Collins. You're getting back to where? A random spot on the floor. So now no one's got James Harden now. So you're going to be late to get over and guard. James Harden with the blow by, draw help, collapse everyone. This can't be real life. This can't honestly be. This has to be a joke. There's no way that the Jazz coaching staff thinks this is how you guard ball screens. Again, there's a lot of things I can do here. I could hedge this screen because Zubac has no place to go to. The backside helps right there. Or this is big to big. So I could switch the screen. John Collins can take Zubac. Kelly Olynyk can take Kawhi Leonard. Simone Fontecchio can get in the gaps. I'd have all the help in the world as well in the middle of the floor. So Kelly Olynyk would have help everywhere. Look, you just give up a 2-on. Look at this. Look at this ball screen defense. You put it in a 2-on-1. It's unreal. This can't be real. So the Clippers are setting consecutive ball screens here. Keontae George and John Collins are going to switch right here. So you go into a game. We're switching. You can't talk and think about switches. This is an NBA team allegedly with NBA coaches. Walker Kessler's got to switch. You have all the help in the world in the middle of the floor right here, and Jordan Clarkson's in the gaps right here. Okay? But here's what happens when you're talking and thinking about switching. A couple of guys switch, a couple of guys don't, and James Harden's wide open. If you're Simone Fontecchio, Kelly Olynyk is coming over to help right here. He should already be there, but he's coming to help. I must show my hands right here. I just guide Kawhi Leonard into that help. Look at Fontecchio's hands. Show you have help right here. But because you got your hands on Kawhi Leonard now can go away from where that help is, and now you're done. Don't backpedal. If you're Talen Horton-Tucker, again, I got to get up and guard Russell Westbrook. Kelly Olynyk is coming to help me, but I've got to get up. Like if I backpedal and just backpedal and backpedal, by the time Kelly Olynyk helps me, look at this. He's in the paint. Now Talen Horton-Tucker's playing the gaps. First of all, it'd be nice if Ochai Agbaji would just make this easier and get up and force Paul George into that help immediately, but you're letting Paul George go away from that help. So now if I'm Talen Horton-Tucker, though, okay, there's two. First of all, I've always got to have my feet set in a defensive stance. That's not a defensive stance. Not even close. Because I can't be going towards the ball on the kickout pass. I got to be able to stunt with so I can get out. All right, now this situation stops, so you're going towards the ball on the kickout pass. The problem here is that Taylor Hendricks is also in the paint for absolutely no reason. This is now an X-out situation. Talen Horton-Tucker is moving his feet towards the ball. So Taylor Hendricks is going to rotate up to James Harden, and Talen Horton-Tucker just rotates and X's out onto that second defender right there in Russell Westbrook. But all of that was awful. Everything you could have done there was bad. So John Collins is doubling Kawhi Leonard here. He gets him to get rid of the ball right here. So now these rotations have got to be quick. Taylor Hendricks is immediately rotating on Norman Powell. John Collins is certainly not standing. He's sprinting over to Zubac so Talen Horton-Tucker can go to the corner. But Taylor Hendricks ends up standing. John Collins is standing. And, I mean, what are we doing here? Switch right here. First of all, Colin Sexton should be sprinting up to Norman Powell right now. If you're switching, there can't be separation. Look at this, sprint up, so I'm level to the screen and ready to switch. The real problem here is Ochai Agbaji's got to get underneath Norman Powell on the switch. Colin Sexton should be able to get up and force Kawhi Leonard to the middle of the floor. I have help everywhere in the middle of the floor. All right? But because Ochai Agbaji switches over the top, now Colin Sexton has to leave his feet to make sure that pass doesn't get made, and Kawhi Leonard just blows by him. Simone Fontecchio cannot be coming out to crowd Kawhi Leonard. Just show your hands and be ready to slide your feet. You're coming up crowding Kawhi Leonard up above beyond the three-point line. He is quite easily going to turn the corner on you. So now Kawhi Leonard's in the lane. Keontae George steps up to help. So this is another X-out situation. All right, Colin Sexton's rotating down onto Ivica Zubac. John Collins has to stay wide right here because he's going to rotate to Paul George in the corner, and then Fontecchio's going to go over to James Harden. You're Xing out. But, I mean, John Collins is also, you have 4 Jazz players in the paint right now. So none of that's happening. Just feel bad for the players. I feel bad. This is such, Will Hardy is terrible. First of all, Jordan Clarkson, Simone Fontecchio's isolated onto Paul George. I got to get in the gaps right here, okay? So that Simone Fontecchio knows he has help. So he's just going to show his hands, forcing Paul George right to where your help is, okay? But Jordan Clarkson's not there, and guess what Fontecchio does? Has his hands on Paul George as opposed to just showing his hands. So none of this. So Paul George is going to be able to step back. Clarkson's not there anyways, and